Hi, teammates. I got somebody new today that we'll go over, so just keep faith with Lord Jesus. What I see is a Jean Rabal, or Jean Rabal, type of wheel runner of Komarnik's. Okay, see Komarnik. It's a type of station, a tent for milk that would ward off mosquitoes. And this is all of his creature, and also his HuLk, his twin type. So, which happens after about 13 days of the game. There's a switch where you can get the uniform and the guns, take them both or something. So, and that's all symbolic. I don't mean that literally, but okay. So, power of flame of Udun. Ride hosts in our firmament to cast fear of doom and never getting to the rapture. That's what they do, the Udun. When two are with Legion, when two have Legion and one has an Elitipa, that they ride the hosts is what I'm talking about. Drivers unite. The result is a spirit of Balrog, okay? It is stronger than Michael in that way, okay? So that is his neck, shoulders, and chest. Okay. Now, Michael, one called Satan, ruler of the real deal, 107, and death hell is the 106 deal. Now, what I see with that, okay, is this here. I see the pearLLavaLva. This was all done in the summer, okay, last summer. And it's a picnic trap aerial, because when I was at Concordia University, Irvine, I was swimming for Mission Viejo. And my grandfather had a dream not to swim the Mississippi, so I was down. I was kind of going through a ego myself, and I kissed this girl in my Bonneville named Ariel, and she acted kind of weird, like she wasn't saying much, and just acted like she thought I was taking advantage of her or whatever. But all we did was kiss, so it was weird. And then I went to when I was real down and out at Concordia, I saw her again at the picnic type, but I call it a trap because it was all surrounding dormitories in the middle of a picnic type setup, just tables and stuff set up. We didn't actually have a picnic, but she was there. I saw her again, and she was acting kind of haughty a little bit. So that's the picnic trap aerial. But what that means is for the 6, okay, the picnic for the 6 trap, RIL, okay, so it's the trap L in that sense would be Paul Walker, who's on top of the trap, but his L is Joe Pesci. So it's the guy who does everything for Joe Pesci as the Holy Ghost, just as similar to the way the Spirit was for it, or I should have said it was for the Spirit, okay? And he goes for the 107, but the thing is, last night I had symbolism, like I brought out even Ben Stiller was brought out last night because I was supposed to pick my sister up from the airport, or that's what I thought, but my dad actually got off work of teaching and he surprised her, but I didn't know this last night, so I was like, yeah, I'll pick you up. I might stay up all night, you know. I talked to her on the phone, my sister BA, and I was like, she's like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm at McDonald's. I'm doing my old man stuff where I just write down things, and I'm at McDonald's with a Coke and watching CNN because they have it on there 24/7. So she was kind of mad and told my mom, and my mom's like, I'm trying to surprise her. What are you doing? And I'm like, I didn't know, you know. So that was even the Ben Stiller being brought out for the weakness type. It's all for me to get to draw my sword, you know, but I'm not going to, so you know, God willing, but just staying with confidence and quietness. But so I'm a little bit concerned because I think it has something to do with the stout, that a little horn will sprout up and go directly to Area 51. Hopefully, if we can bypass all this wherever they're all going, because I'm using their sword against them is what I'm doing with my speech. So and that's part of the undone. It's bring you again in the same time that I gather you. You see, it's all Zephaniah. So if we can get this guy here who did all this in the summer, the full whack cold high trip game and Avia Rod, all that for the 106 to surpass that, then we can get a stout going. Is my thing, but we have to get him to the 107, you see how these are, he'll have both, is what that'll end up being. So whereas these guys, these fallen angels, they're not doing any of it. I don't even think they're doing the 106. And if they are, it's all it's not with any burdens, because it's the Callie figure from the summer, the texting or whatever, is she's got all them fooled basically. So, and the ones on the West Coast do too. So, and not fooled, they're panicked. So, but they're fooled too because, it's all so because they're believing things that aren't true basically. So. All right. So but I call that the pearLLavaLva though. That's what I'm calling it. And it's all this here. And, so we'll go back to this. The feet is power over Red Sox, White Sox, and Black Sox. Now those respectively are Masturbate Show, the Puppet Show, which is all French connection. But it's really English connection because they're using it out of the spite of the French. And then the Eunectus Murinus attached as a pillar to the eye and mote in others' eyes is as the game 47, respectively. So it's all it's all tied together. But this is old stuff, the Black Sox. But that's the way they do it is to attach it to the game. For when you actually go through the game. But Shoes of Saving Private Ryan's Spirit, Shoes kind of like, excuse me, that could be his rod, or that could be his power, his ash. Willie, a 14-story office tower in River Oaks, sells to JV between Houston Chili companies. Now notice I wrote all this on March 9th, okay? So this, and I even laminated it. So, and then the abs, hips, legs, head of Fascivermis. See, new fossils reveal the earliest evidence of an animal losing its legs. Okay? So we got all this, all right? Now, the arms, what I saw with that was, I'll show you. This here, March 7, 2020, Little Darlings Radio DJ says it's a government conspiracy, the whole coronavirus and Little Darlings stuff. Now, what it was, I plugged it all in. There's a 244.6 there, but it's all that times. This black guy walked into Chick-fil-A where I was after I had listened to this on the radio, and it was all like in succession, and a little bit afterwards, but biggest arms I've ever seen, and I'm not weird or anything, I'm just saying, like, and he was stable, like he was tall, but he was like stout, and his arms were like he was maxing, like kind of like not real veiny, but like they had maxed. Okay, so this was a African American, but it was at Chick-fil-A, and that all equals the 6399 681158 2027. So I thought it was Bobby Pizza Guy, Ben V Glenview, and T-Pan's Brahma. I don't know. That's me breaking it down. Okay, so I didn't know for sure. But you can take a look at all that. if you want to. We've gone over that. Okay, it's the two arcs there. But I wanted to add that on there because I got that laminated. And so that's how I see the arms of this creature. Okay, so... And no, I'm not gay, or I wasn't like looking at him, you know, I'm just saying that's what it was. So, and then the Twinner HuLk is like more of his, what he's been through sort of thing. First slave as Chinese under a black master, okay. Now that equals 2 rainbow opposite cloud shine feet, totally balanced, but the left foot and lower shin is a peg, okay. So he might have had the abomination of desolation going on, but... and then shins, of all people saved, kneecaps of 16 time manipulations, including Markham Jihadist 54-1, upper legs of Gem of Egypt steam shovel, mixed with all energy stolen and energy expended in prizes, as Shinar, okay? Now, Scar, Lion, Bull Shark, and Proboscis is a humanoid upper body, which is all mixed with Atlantic Puffin from Middle Earth, okay? So, and I saw that as large, the Atlantic Puffin, just like the eagles at the end of Lord of the Rings. The third one are the large eagles. So, like he could pick up a hobbit, you know, and that's the Atlantic Puffin from Middle Earth. So, now, okay, all right, now who is this, okay? I'm saying Shinar, I'm saying the shins. Is this me? I don't know. Is this, you know, Ben V? Could be. I don't know, okay? There's a Ryan in there, you know, I just wanted to show it, because I hadn't shown it, and, but what, it's a HuLk, though. It goes from all this here to all this, okay? And this is all... like it, so it's like the dark lion, the bull shark type skin or cartilage, and the proboscis style humanoid type, but mixed with Atlantic Puffin from Middle Earth. Okay, so who knows, man? I'm just showing you what I got, but okay, so we'll try it again with getting this 107. Look at this here. And just see what you think. I used to eat there. That's when I was eating healthy. When I went to, here's a little background. When I went to SCAD, that's the healthiest I've ever eaten in my whole life. I would eat the lunches there at the cafeteria, and then I would get these sandwiches from this place Zunzi's, and even sandwiches just from the cafeteria, and like I really slimmed down. Like I got strong and fit and like kind of like a little bit stout, but and then I went my best time in the 500 at the end of the season, but I didn't even score, you know. But at Nationals I went my best time, and my coach was like, he was Chris Conlon, and he said, you know, what I saw from that was the freshman's here, and he's you know, willing to show everybody like I'm here and making a statement, you know. And I went like a 4:52 in that race, and then I swam 100 backstroke and went my same time as high school. And that 54. It wasn't a bad time. It was just kind of whatever. And then the mile, I didn't do that well, okay? And this was in 2011 Nationals in March, okay? For SCAD, all right? And that was my first Nationals. But that Zunzi's I would always eat at, and the guys from South Africa would go there too. We had one guy from South Africa and one guy, Bartos, from Germany, and they would always eat there. So, just giving you ideas. Do I expect everyone to take this 107 deal? I mean, for all I know, there's part of me that thinks I'm just kind of, I'm growing as a shepherd, and as Grok says, like, you'll be tested all day, you know. So part of me thinks I transitioned into that, and Kobe Bryant was a marker for that. like that transition. But then part of me thinks, no, I took this deal. Like, that's really what's going on. And that was on February 1st. Like, I felt the shift. Like, I heard the song, Spoke to a Baphomet, XXS Tentacion, and like I sat on the potty just like Nicki Minaj says, like I did all that stuff, and just like Biggie says, I found the buried treasure, and now they measure in the grams or whatever. It's all dead things. Like, you know, why is Shia, okay, just think of this. Why is Shia the 217 ladies man, okay? You know, because the ladies man is the dead thing, so like why, like what's the point of the glasses? Like I've been wearing glasses now since the summer, and I just think there's something big going on here. Like we've got someone watching my channel that, you know, is doing something, or there's just something going on here. And okay, and then even on just a few days ago, I did not drop the ale. Okay, it was pre-veiled. And I was at a gas station, and this was going into the 10. This would have been the 10-day mark, my 37-day mark of being in the game. And there was a little confusion over the bathroom key. I had gone to the bathroom in the gas station, and then I was walking around the store, and this black guy was like, "Hey, do you have the bathroom key?" So I was like, "Yeah," and I gave it to him. Then he almost walked out with the key, and I was laughing. I was like, that's kind of funny. Like, you know, it's all this confusion over the key. So he gives it back, and then he said something under his breath, and then I almost dropped this squirt that I had, you know, just squirt the drink. And I almost dropped it, but I latched onto it. I grabbed it. And I think that was pre-veiled not. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven, because if I were to drop that ale, then I would have gone to Smyrna for 10 days, and then have gone through the crown of life would have been the crown of the key that no one fucks with. You know, the as long as it's not 73 that Matt Damon says. I finally understand that now, because that's what that was. It was the ones that make it 37 days in the game, they all go to the Smyrna, and they do 10 days, and then they go to Area 51 and do the key, the turnkey, the turning of the key. Okay, so all right, so that's all I got. Thank you.